Let me record a real and fake comparison evaluation of the blue balloon for everyone. The piece on the left is authentic, and these two pieces are made in China. This one comes from the 3K factory, and this one comes from the AF factory. To be honest, before recording this video, I've studied it carefully. But it is a pity that if I were really asked to distinguish, the level of blue balloon cloning is also too high. If you look at it alone like this, you will definitely not be able to see it with the naked eye. So now you can see the zoom effect. Let me take you through it a little deeper. First of all, let's take a look at them one by one. If you just look at it this way, the structure is the same. For example, this piece is genuine. I use a microscopic lens to magnify each one for everyone to see. Let's take a look at Cartier's logo first. Put it to the maximum. This is the authentic version. His hydraulic font is a bit fuller. And it's quite thick too. But he has a flaw. It's his T word. When he printed it, the print was a little short. There's a missing piece of the T word, right? But this is normal among genuine products. It doesn't matter, I'll be fine if I cry for a month. This is a logo of the authentic version. Then let's take a look at the 3K factory. This is from 3K factory. And it also has that little bit of a 3D feeling. I have no choice, the workmanship is great. Then this one is from the AF factory. I can't find fault with it. At least they print these very well. The genuine piece still has flaws. After reading this logo, enlarge this pointer for everyone to see. You see, I used a magnifying glass to look at it. I can't find anything wrong with it. The data is the same. Then take a look at its calendar. This is a genuine one. Look at the background color underneath, it's silver gray. The background color below the calendar is silver gray. This is the identification point in our domestic products. Because there are many small factories whose background color is not silver gray. This is a window to the real thing. And then you can see it feels a little rough on the side. Then let's take a look at domestically produced. Look at it with the same magnifying glass effect. Can you see the biggest difference? Then this is the AF factory. It's so similar. Let's take a look at it. There's an English letter here. Let's start with this authentic one. Take your time and see how neat we are. It is very important to look at this position when looking at a blue balloon. The logo at 7 o'clock is relatively thick. Then I remember that the font of the 3K factory is a little thinner. The logo of the 3K factory is relatively thin. It doesn't mean it's thick, but it must be thick. Because it came out in a different year. So the 3K factory is also very good. Then I'll take a look at the AF factory. For AF factory, this is a bold font. Then let's take a look at its overall. This printing of these scales. This is genuine. So you said a clone watch can look like the real thing. I think it's a bit exaggerated, because its price is too many times different. Can you fault it? Then this sapphire. Sapphire because it doesn't look good inside. The crown of the watch is too that. It seems like someone talked about this last time. The domestic one is a little more solid. Last time a cousin said he felt that the workmanship of the blue balloon was not good. He said it was not dense enough to see if it was enlarged. This one is from the AF factory. There is a small gap in this area. Then take a look at the 3K factory. The gap in the 3K factory is bigger. Then take a look at this genuine piece. The gap in the genuine product is even larger. So sometimes you think things are not well made. This is what the real thing looks like. What I'm talking about is this gap. Look how big the gap is in the real thing. Don't make excuses for yourself. Because there are 28mm, 36mm and 42mm. At 33mm it's very subtle. Because these things are not high-tech issues. Anyway, I really can't tell from the disc alone. This one is made of crocodile skin. The real one is made of crocodile skin. Then look at the buckle. A must-play for those who like blue balloons. It looks too similar. I feel that the workmanship of the buttons should be different. The buttons on the real thing are particularly neat. These are some dirty things inside. And this button is from the AF factory. The buttons made by AF factory are also very good. It's almost impossible to see any big difference. Then you want to say it is as thin as the real one. But the difference is really not big. You can see that these fonts are so light. Then take a look at this piece from the 3K factory. Then this is a button from the 3K factory. Also very beautiful. Very clear, at least much better than the APS one. In terms of buttons, the AF factory is a little better. Just based on this lettering. But this one from the 3K factory is not bad either. Then the mark on the back. Forget it, just let you watch it. Originally, you were not allowed to see this code, right? There is basically no difference in size. So this thing This thing that many appraisals cannot identify must have to be dismantled. The blue balloon looks too much like it. Okay, I don't know what to say either. Anyway, after comparing and comparing, I can't find any difference. A good cousin told me what's different. There may be slight differences in workmanship. Because Blue and Cartier are not a very good manufacturer of watches. He started out as a jewelry maker. So their watches are easy to imitate. To be honest, there are people of his level in our country. Therefore, the watches he made can also be made in our country. My suggestion for cloning is to choose the 3K factory. Because of the 3K factory, I feel that its binding and repair rate will be lower. As for the AF factory, I often receive some bad news. It seems that the anti-revision rate will be higher. And to be honest, when it comes to workmanship, I feel pretty much the same. The face of the watch. For example, this one should be a relatively new version. His dial is also a little yellowish. Then the dial of the 3K factory is wider. There are also yellowish ones at the counters. So, it doesn't matter if it's the 3K factory or the AF factory, both factories are fine. But what I personally recommend more is the 3K factory. The repair prevention rate of the 3K factory is very low. His handle may not break that easily. This review ends here, bye bye.